I think you all had that question in your mind that can I really trust investing in the stock market? Well, I do understand why you are having that doubt because in the past stock market history of India, there have been a lot of scams which have resulted in the stock market crash. And the most popular one is, of course, the 1992 Harshad Mehta scam. But today we will be going in depth and discussing the stock market security and can you really trust it. Hello folks, welcome to my YouTube channel Wealth Conquest. So that is what we will be discussing today. So at the first part of this video, I will be talking about the biased view that you folks are having and the reality of that bias. So the first one in the list is complexity of the stock market, and only CAs or the person with an economic background are the one with the credibility of investing or understanding the stock market. Now I will be explaining the truth behind that bias. So that will be with an example. In India, there is only about 4 to 5 percentage of the total population that is active in the stock market. But if we are looking into the US, there is about 55 percentage of the total population, which is about more than half of the US population that is active in the stock market. Now, come on, folks, do you really think that those 55 percentage of the stock market participants are either a CA or a person with an economic background? Not at all. So also understand that if I can understand and do it, you can indeed also. So now let's move to the second. India is the second most populated country after China, and we are still at the 4 to 5 percentage landmark in the stock market participation. So now you know the depth of bias that is having for Indians. Next bias is that the stock market is very risky and it can actually lead to a potential debt. Now, I will admit that stock market is indeed risky, but it is also one of the best marketplace in which you can potentially manage the risk because there are tools like stop loss and other hedging strategies which are very useful for that purpose. So don't worry about it is being too risky. It is indeed manageable. This is the last bias that you guys are having, and it is that the stock market analysis and the maintenance of your investment will be taking too much time. Like I said earlier in the video, you don't have to be someone with the economic background or a CA to analyze and to maintain this investment. At the initial stage, it may take a bit of your time, like a few hours of your day, but as long as you continue, it will be only taking as much as 13 minutes of your day, and that will be a couple of days of your week. Now I will be moving to the next part of the video, which we will be talking about the causes of the bias that you folks are having. The main cause of the bias that you folks are having is from medias. They tend to focus only the negative part of the stock market, which will have an impact on your mind that will create a fearful overview of the stock market. And also there is the negative view from the scams of the past Indian stock market history. And it is indeed true that there have been a lot of scams, but due to these scams, the Indian government have taken stricter policy to ensure the protection of the market participants. So it is indeed very safe to trade in the stock market or to invest in the stock market. Now we will be moving to the last part of the video, which will be talking about the notable parties of the stock market who make the stock market actually work and also protect. So let's move to the first one. The first one is a broker. Every market participants need a broker to buy or sell shares of the companies, because the market participants do not directly contact and buy or sell. That's the job for the brokers, and for every market participants they need a broker account too, which is very easy to start, which I will be talking in the coming videos. So the function of the broker is to execute the trades or buying or selling of shares on behalf of the investors. So since that's clear, let's move to the next one. The function of a stock exchange is to facilitate the trade or buying and selling of shares between the brokers. In India, there is mainly two exchanges. One is NSE National Stock Exchange and the other one is BSE Bombay Stock Exchange. BSE is the oldest stock exchange while NSE is the newest, and NSE is also considered better than BSE. The next one is a depository. The function of a depository is to maintain the ownership of the security and also hold that security in an electronic form. In India, there is mainly two depositories. One is NSDL and the other one is CDSL. So let's move to the next one. A clearing corporation is an organization that is affiliated with an exchange like the NSE or the BSE. And its main function is to confirm the trades and also to settle those trades. And finally, its main function is to delivery of security transaction to maintain it. And let's move to the next one. The final one is Security and Exchange Board of India, also known as SEBI. So the main functions of the SEBI is to oversee those parties that I have just discussed now, and also to protect the investors' interest, and then to regulate the market participants, and then finally to ensure the smooth working of the stock market by enforcing actions and laws. So by that we have come to an end for this video, and in my first video I have gotten about more than 200 views, and thanks really for that. I hope you will continue this support, and if you have found any value in this video, please like, share and subscribe, and we'll be seeing you on the next video. Thank you.